Hello guys, uh, today we're gonna talk a little bit more about the connection of megalithic blocks and mining. This is pretty interesting topic because when you talk about construction, it's a pretty qualified engineering job. When you talk about mining, it's not that precise. Maybe it's more waste, more byproducts, nothing, uh, not that much care as in constructing things. But it really has connection because when you mine big time, you have a lot of byproducts, of course, and sometimes those byproducts can be used. And it makes your mining process more cheaper because it doesn't has uh, that much expense if you sell your byproducts immediately while mining, or maybe not sell, maybe use them for some reason. uh, so I wanted to talk about Ergaki, and it's a stone or megalithic stones based ruins of Atlantis city, as I think Atlantis, of course, because it's my own opinion. Don't trust me, do your own research, and maybe you come to the same conclusion I did. So Ergaki located uh, close to the Shoria mountains, which you've already heard about. Shoria is famous for megaliths, which are largest in the world. You might as well watch my videos about ancient megaliths, and you're gonna see probably 10 or even more pictures of that Shoria. And Ergaki is located close to that place. It's also close to Altai mountains, and pretty famous tourist place. So let's see how it's located over here exactly, if you see where it's pointed. And it even says on the entrance that this is a stone town, stone city, whatever you name. Welcome to Stone City. You can go here by car, but of course it's better to use an off-road car, off-road vehicle, and that's the way the road looks. These are pictures of my friend made in 2013, I guess, so it might have changed a little bit. That's the entrance of Ergaki, and you see a bunch of broken stones, just the same as the other sites that I've shown in my previous videos. I don't know if we gonna find this here. Well, whatever. So it's a bunch of this stone trash, and you can find it the same as in my other videos about Altai mountains, because it's pretty close to that place, to those places, and they call it Kurumnik, but I guess it's what is left from the destroyed city, the stone city, or which was destroyed by multiple strikes and so on. So that's the way it looks like, pretty much the same as two previous sites that I've shown in other videos. And as there we see some straight parallel blocks which are pretty ruined already, and we see those mattress type of blocks which are made from concrete. As I was saying already, the ancients used not only block technology, they also used the concrete technology. Even the blocks could have been made of concrete, and blocks probably were used on outside layers, and the inside layers were made from pure concrete, just like we see right now 3D printers doing the concrete 3D construction, layer after layer, and it looks pretty much the same. And what is connection to megalithic construction and the mining? This is the way they used to mine. Let's see, let's translate it correctly so you can see it in Google Translate. The technology of underground leaching ores. Ores, I guess it's any kind of ores and metals. So this is the way they do it. They build all those things which is used to drain and drill through these canals in the soil, different layers, sand layer, mud layer, soil layer, and so on. And down here is uranium sands, and this is the way you put the bleach in it, and this is the way you pump it out while it's going under pressure. So there's plenty of this pictures here. These are pictures of old used USSR object in Czech Republic. Soviet Socialistic Republic was a part of the Union with Soviet Union, and also had the Soviet Union infrastructure there. And they used to bleach the uranium in Czech, and that's the way it looks. It's a bunch of those, how do you call it, pipes. Of course, pipes, a bunch of those pipes, and all those pipes are used to bleach the uranium out of the sand from deep underground. And actually that's what it looks like on the British or English plan. You might as well pause this one and check it out, but I'm gonna continue because we don't have much time for that. Okay. So the other proof of ancients doing the same, different multiple caves where we have such incrustation, which is, let's translate it, pebbles in the walls with a binder clay. I don't know if you understand it. And there's a bunch of those caves. This one of them is huge. It's like 50 kilometers long, and so on. So those caves are made from all these pebbles with a clay of binder, and so on. That's how it used to know. And this is all these pebbles mountains. If you dig any one of those, it's made of the same material like this. So they used to take it from underneath the ground and pour it in those mountains and hills, like this one. You see, it's the same structure. Okay, and that's the way it was looking like when they took it out. That's a production rate, of course. It's a pretty huge one. And when you imagine the same type of thing used by our ancient ancestors, but in more huger proportions, you understand that this is the way this pebbles and all this stuff just could have flow or whatever. In one case it's pebbles, in another case it's just like this metal containing mud or sand or stuff like that. And sometimes it's even looking like concrete, you know. So in the case of concrete type of situation, you're gonna have, let me show you. It's like a pasta layer looking like this, and that's the way it looks when it flows. Okay, that's the way it looks. Doesn't this look for you like a concrete production, or maybe let's say cement factory, something like that? So when you have this pasta coming out, you might as well use it to do it this way. And this is what we actually see on many mountains that I've shown, which are obviously not the mountains, of course. They were walls of some constructions and stuff like that. And of course they moved the clothing, how do you call it, formwork. They moved the formwork from one block to another block, and that's how they made these straight parallel blocks. And that's the same technology here. Those are megaliths that I've shown before in my previous videos, looking like mattresses or whatever. That's the same type of thing, but this is maybe it had a little more complex formwork, not just for mattress layering, but for more harder blocks constructions. I don't know how do you say it. And that's the Ergaki that I was trying to show you before. That is Ergaki. That's why they call it a city, actually, because it has a city wall, which is completely crazy, and all is destroyed. Like after an impact over here, we see a huge crater. I don't know how you call it, but that's looking like a big hole for me. And that's why I was trying to tell you about this pasta stuff, because this pasta stuff, when it's hit by maybe some weaponry, some nuclear blast, stuff like that, that pasta is supposed to melt, and although it was formed into blocks or mattress type of layers, it still melts and it flows like this with all these layers looking like this. And that's the way it looks when it's not. It's close to it was an impact, but it's not completely destroyed. It just a little bit melted and stuff like that. So this is definitely a wall of some construction a lone wall. From this tower to this tower there was a wall, and it was destroyed. Some of it is melted, some of it is still standing still. And that's why when we see this, you know, what do you call it? Drenched, I don't know, drenched mountains. That's because they poured this pasta over here and formed the mountains, because they didn't want to make city here. That's why I just poured it here, and that's it. I don't know. Maybe it's a bunker. Maybe something inside, we don't know, and it's like a safe place for hiding something inside. But that's speculation, of course, but it's the way it was formed. It was formed by pasta, which was drilling by a pipeline here, and that's a byproduct of mining, of course. Look how many tourists walk into that place and still they didn't understand that it's just a byproduct of mining, of bleaching underground metals and stuff like that. I bet those people paid a lot of money to visit this place, and that represents how foolish we are when we look at the objects and we don't understand what the hell is going on. Where did this amazing natural thing came from? And it's not natural, of course, it's artificial. It's made by our ancestors who are laughing at us from the heavens, looking at us, paying big money to some scums who are making tourists walk on this mountain and, you know, meditate or whatever they do there. It's stupid, because this is just a pile of junk, pile of pasta drilling from this underground mining production. So that's the difference when they used it in construction and just for pile of junk. So thanks a lot for watching my videos. I got a lot of feedback. Somebody even asked me a lot of I don't say, how do you say it, suggestive leading questions, I guess leading questions, and I answer those questions and continue in my research. Maybe soon I'll get some more time and take my camera to some burial kurgan place and talk about that burial culture that we had before Christianizing the Europe, and maybe you'll be interested in that. I hope so. So thanks a lot and see you later. Bye.